Good evening. Welcome to the third DeGarmo Open. A pleasure to be here with you and enjoy the lovely weather, some golf. And it occurred to me that as advertising men, you might have noticed something that bothers me a little. It seems almost every comedian in the country, somewhere in his repertoire, has material about television and specifically about TV commercials. It's quite a popular whipping boy. Next to communism and politicians, I think commercials come in for more bad humor. I would like to defend a few commercials if I could. I think there are some good ones that deserve defense. If you don't mind, I would start with the laundries. I like to get my wash done early in the show and get it out of the way. A Dash commercial. That's the detergent, not the dog food. Pardon me, young man. Pardon me, are you finished repairing my washing machine? Obviously, madam, you are using a high-suds detergent in your top-loading automatic. Or else you got a big bra because something is stuffing up your lint filter here. Your machine didn't overflow, it threw up. It's a hell of a thing to hear with the Avon lady outside. And if you notice that Avon lady, now she's selling men's products as well as women's, and I guess the natural trend will be to have men door-to-door salesmen for Avon. But it won't sound right. Ding dong, Avon calling. Somehow the magic is gone. Wouldn't it be weird if the Avon lady were the Boston Strangler? Put that in your crime file, Captain. Could I interest you in some nylon stockings? Yes, come on in, lock the door behind you. More accidents happen in the home. And this woman for detergents. My wash smells as clean as all outdoors. She never lived in my neighborhood. She'd burn that stack. Mrs. Evers didn't know we had hidden cameras in our Tide test kitchen when we asked her to bring in her laundry. Mrs. Evers, do you have any particular wash day problem? Yes, dirt. High on the list, indeed. Mrs. Evers, we have a surprise for you. You're on camera. Holy crap. Oh. Oh, I didn't even know. She didn't know. 2 500-watt Klieg lights in her kitchen. She didn't know. Slow on the pickup. Now there's something new in that laundry, bleach, fabric softener, bluing area. Science fiction commercials. It began with the giant in the washer. Remember him. Name of that product is Action. That's all that lady wants. Little action. And the giant will take care of her, too. That high-speed rinse cycle. Jot that down in your Kama Sutra notebooks. And, of course, there's the washer that becomes 10 feet tall, unquestionably the one the giant lives in. There's the lady who turns into a bride after doing her wash. About time for her with 3 kids around the machine. And, of course, the women who scrub the sink and go flying into the living room. And the husband is frantically dialing AA. I'd quit, too. But the capper on the science fiction would have to be the White Knight. You're all familiar with him. You've seen him ride. And this woman belongs in the Hall of Fame, I believe. This commercial is not on the air anymore. It's for New Blue Cheer. You might call it Old Blue Cheer. And although it's not on the air, I think we'd agree that it's up there somewhere in that big station break in the sky. Hi there, my name is Dick Hall. We're standing outside the A&P supermarket in Teaneck, New Jersey. We'd like to find if the average housewife can tell us which pile of laundry is the whiter of the two. Let's find out. Pardon me, ma'am, what is your name?
Mrs. Wilson.
Mrs. Wilson, fine, that's a colorful name. Tell us, Mrs. Wilson, do you feel that one pile of laundry is whiter than the other?
Oh, certainly, yeah, no. Definitely no, yeah. No, one of them definitely is whiter than the other one.
Brilliant. Which pile of laundry would you say is the whiter of the two?
The blue pile.
No, dummy, it's not the blue pile.
Oh, then it would be the white pile. When will this commercial be shown on television?
Not for a long time, Mrs. Wilson. Now that we've washed everything, though, we could apply our deodorants. Don't let the chilly weather fool you. It's, New York is a summer festival. Try the BMT. Well, actually, this is where I even disagree with some of you gentlemen. Perhaps not all, but I feel personally that perspiration has a masculine connotation. It sounds manly. Perspiration. Sweat. Granted, ladies have pores. But it's the man, isn't it, who goes out and fells the trees, clears the field, builds the cabin and the highway. Starts the war, bombs the highway, burns the cabin. It's really the man who deserves to sweat, but not on TV. On TV, we get such people as Katie Winters. Katie Winters for Ice Blue. Secret. Katie's a girl that every week finds 40 people with perspiration problems. Oddly enough, they're all personal friends of hers, too. What a rotten crowd to run around with. How'd you like to post for her graduation picture? Hey, you going to Katie Winters' party? No, man. I can't make it, no. No, maybe water skiing or hiking, but nothing indoors with steam heat, no. Last time I got locked in with the coats. Forget it, I'm not going. Then they show a lady's dress, pink, lacy, frilly, with the armpits eaten out of it. No, really, a lady that wears a dress that long needs professional help, not a deodorant. Let her string beads or make a clay bunny, you know. Even a copper ashtray, I don't care, but keep her busy. Crest toothpaste, as we're all well aware, was the first to contain stannous fluoride, whom I'd always thought was an Italian saint. You know? It sounds like that to me. Stannous fluoride, pray for us. I expect to hear a song, In the Mission of Stannous Fluoride. But it's not. It's a chemical, and it must work. They were very proud at Procter & Gamble. They got Ed Reimers to do their commercial. You're familiar with Ed. He's the prematurely gray-haired, good-looking chap. You've seen him on the Allstate commercial. You're in good hands with Allstate. Boom. He drops your house. Right? Ed Reimers here, the prematurely gray-haired, good-looking chap. We're at the Huntington Day School in Riverdale, New York. 2 years ago, classes like this all over the country took part in extensive dental research. Young Tommy Molecule here was just a small part of those tests. We'd like to ask Tommy about the tests and their results. Tommy?
Well, the class was divided up into two halves. I think it was two halves. Yeah, two halves. And our half of the class was told to use a normal toothpaste and brush your teeth in a normal manner. The other half was told to use Crest toothpaste and follow a strict, regularly prescribed oral hygiene program.
And what were the results, Tommy?
After 2 years, our half of the class with the normal toothpaste had a normal amount of cavities. The half with the Crest had 25% fewer cavities. But 2 of the girls got pregnant.
I wonder if the American Dental Association knows about that part of the test. No wonder some people don't want fluoride in their drinking water. It makes you fertile, right? Look what happened in India. They've got great teeth, but they got all these babies. What they don't tell you is the people that use Crest had 25% fewer teeth to start with. Gave them a foot up the ladder. And Gleam for those who can't brush after every meal. Now, I thought it might be fun to come out with a line of food for those who can't eat after every brushing. But General Foods didn't care for the idea. But Gleam's commercial has had one good effect. At least one of their commercials has made me bilingual. I don't know if it's had this effect on you or not, but, you know. Ay, que muchacha. Ay, que muchacha. Ay, que muchacha. Cuicho cuando yo fiore calypso con Gleam. Con means with. I picked it up in a week. And that little girl, see, Mama, con Gleam. Boom. I hate that kid. I hate most kids in commercials, frankly. Gleam has another one who's hateful, Chester. That fat little guy who's eating all the time. Seen him munching? He misses the school pairing program because of a jelly sandwich. And the worst part of it is his mother makes excuses for him. Well, there's lunchtime, and then there's after-school snacks, and there's supper time, and then there's television snacks. How do you get him to brush after all those meals? You punch him out, that's how. So, Chester, either you brush your teeth or I'm knocking him out. Help you with your homework, 32 minus 5. He'll take care of that second set. Or else he winds up in the dentist's office later in life asking questions like, say, nurse, what was the name of that good-tasting red mouthwash the dentist gave me?
Oh, that was Muscatel. He's a wino.
Yes, I noticed he washed his own mouth out several times. I ask that you watch television closely for your cough remedies and cold remedies because they can be a little misleading sometimes. Vicks Formula 44 cough syrup contains silentium, which works in the cough control center. That's that little white dot you have in your head. You see it when you brush the back of your head. Hey, yeah, there's my dot. Well, some people have nice dots, you know. Now, if you're healthy, the line coming out of your white dot what we call your white dot line, should look something like this. If you cough, it looks like a business graph. And if you take a cough syrup that contains codeine, a Class B narcotic referred to by junkies as Pepsi-Cola. If you take a cough syrup with codeine, it too works on the cough control center, but you have several lines coming out of your white dot. You are stoned. And although it works, a codeine-based cough formula may produce dangerous narcotic side effects. Narcotics hangover, don't operate machinery. Well, we'll ask the druggist to recommend a cough syrup. He should know. Well, I got a couple of kinds I can let you have here. I got one that contains codeine. That's a narcotic. It works on the cough control center. That's that little white dot you have in your head. It'll do the job for you, but it may produce dangerous narcotic side effects. Narcotics hangover. On the other hand, I got Vicks Formula 44 with silentium. Works the same way, but there's no side effects. There's no hangover. What do you think you'd like? Let me have the one with the codeine. Let me have a six-pack. And the decongestant sprays, that's a whole new area, isn't it? Pertussin room-medicated vaporizer spray mist. Remember last year's entry? 3:31 a.m. Young Tommy Thompson awakens in his crib. His head is stopped up. What the hell's he coughing for? His mom sprays the room with Pertussin medicated room vaporizer spray mist. 3:39, young Tommy Thompson dies of an overdose. I'm reminded of one other commercial which can be defended, certainly, and should be, because it's come in for more abuse than any commercial I can think of since The Auctioneer. And that is Vitalis. People are just so tired of that greasy kid stuff thing. It is a little wearing, but at least Vitalis is going in for physical fitness. They show you your sports heroes on their fields of endeavor. Might be Jack Kramer on the courts. Could be Sam Snead on the links when he's not belching his way through the Bromo-Seltzer commercial. But in this case, it's neither. It's Bart Starr. Bart Starr, ace quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, ex-champions of the National Football League, friend of gambler Paul Horning. There's Bart on the field. He has the ball. You notice him moving around. You notice he's not being tackled. That's because no one's playing. We're just filming our commercial here. About 8.5 miles down the field is a rubber tire, suspended from a rope, swinging back and forth at a moderate rate. Bart Starr takes aim and throws. Whoosh! Nice shot, Bart. Got it right through. Bart Starr gets the ball back. Bloom. That's the way they sound. Standing next to Bart is young Jimmy Cosby. Golly Wally. All America. 1234 Main Street, your town, USA. He's got a piece of apple pie in his pocket. He's blonde, crew-cut, Nordic, Protestant, mole on the shoulder. That's the only imperfection. You're abroad, they call him a shiksa. Bart Starr hands young Jimmy the football.
Here. You try it now.
Well, young Jimmy diagrams the sentence. He blows the predicate, but he comes out with the meaning. They move the tire into 4 feet and chain it in place. Jimmy's being given an edge because of his Aryan background. And now young Jimmy takes aim. Oh, boy, 2 imperfections. At this point, when young Jimmy, 15, is cocked to pass, I'd like to see Rosie Greer, Sam Huff, and Chuck Bednarik come in and nail him from the blind side. Never happens. Instead, young Jimmy throws. Look out! Oh, you hit a coach, clown. Never mind, fellas. We'll take this commercial to the locker room. We do the most important portions of them. That's not the coach. That's the unit manager of the TV production crew. Let's face it, they're not all beauticians and window dressers. There's a lot of gay stevedores, too. Come on, Bruce, let's go and load the ships. Even the truck drivers have a few. Jesus Christ, I want to pass. Beep, beep. But you can spot them. They're the ones with the embroidered lumber jackets. Those brocade Levi's give them away every time. All right, now we'll head for the clubhouse for the most important part of our commercial. But on the way, in order to spread the money around among the athletes a little better, Bart Starr gives way to Don Drysdale, ace beanball pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. As we pass Don, he's talking with youngsters giving advice on Major League pitching. Let's listen as Don is talking to youngsters giving advice on Major League pitching.
Always throw the ball at the clown's head. You'll find the average batter's been beaned a couple of times, won't dig in as hard against you.
Words of advice for young Americans on the national pastime. Next week, more of your sports favorites, kids. We'll have Paul Bryant, Wally Butts, Big Daddy Lipscomb, Hank Molinas, Jack Molinas, Hank Thompson, the whole crowd. Be there, kids, and some special stills of the Chicago Black Sox. And we go to the clubhouse now. Don Drysdale and young Jimmy walk over to a sink, behind which is a mirror, behind which is Alan Funt. Don looks down at Jimmy's little leather shaving kit with the wrong initials in the Merchant Marine Academy pennant, and he is appalled to see a tube of hair tonic that says Greasy Kid Stuff. Like any American athlete, he yells at the kid.
You still using that Greasy Kid Stuff in your hair?
Yeah, where are you using it? Well, thank God and Newton Minnow, who have been confused with one another. The commercial does not have to end at that point. Like any good piece of music, this is second ending. This is our coda.
Okay, buddy. All right, okay. Go on, you use that Greasy Kid Stuff. Go on, you bought it, you like it, you use it. Go on, put it in your hair. I'm going to use this here Vitalis with V7. We're going to put it in our hair. Rub up in there good now. Rub up in there real good now. Rub up in there real good. Okay, now you want to wash that crap off your hand. Okay, now take your comb. Now take your comb. You took my comb. Oh, here it is. Now run your comb through your hair. 1 times. 2 timeses. Oh, Lord. 1 additional time. Now let's compare combs. Come on, let me see your comb. See, you got all that Greasy Kid Stuff on your comb. And me, I got all this goddamn Vitalis on there.